Hello Internet, I'm Hazel and today I'm going to be going over what we know about Mistweaver Monks in Legion. We'll take a look at the original preview blog post, spell changes and removals, the new talent tree, and the artifact weapon traits. It's still early in development so things may still change. The full original blog post by Blizzard is linked in the description below this video. In the blog post, Blizzard talks about wanting to streamline Mistweaver healing so that you can cast spells without setting them up first. With that in mind, Soothing Mist has been redesigned, a number of spells have been removed, and new heals are taking their place. They also talk about how Fistweaving didn't live up to the goals they had in mind, so they're refocusing Mistweaver solely on healing. Last, they say that Chi was too restrictive for healing, so they're removing it as a resource for Mistweavers. In Legion, will run on mana only. In Legion, healing spheres are gone. Going with them is our old mastery, Gift of the Serpent, and we're getting a brand new mastery called Gust of Mists. Renewing Mist, Enveloping Mist, Effuse, and Vivify will also cause a gust of healing mists, instantly healing the primary target. This is pretty similar to the Holy Priest Mastery Echo of Light, except that it gives you an instant heal rather than a hot. Soothing Mist, as you know it, is gone, and it's now a passive ability. Effuse, Enveloping Mist, and Vivify trigger Soothing Mist. After casting these spells, you continue to channel Mist into the target, healing them for a minor amount until you take another action. For efficient healing, you leave time between your heals and let Soothing Mist do its thing. For high throughput, cast any heal and then move on to the next target. Effuse is a new heal that basically replaces Surging Mist. It's a speedy, single target, efficient heal. It's got a 1.5 second cast time and costs less than 2% mana. Vivify is another new heal, also with a 1.5 second cast. It's a moderate heal on your target and their two nearest injured allies for 4% mana. Essence Font is a new multi-target channeled heal. Unleash a rapid twirl of healing bolts at up to 6 targets over 3 seconds. Each bolt heals the target and does additional healing over 3 seconds. This will set you back 8% of your mana. Renewing Mist is now a strong hot on one target that travels to the most injured ally when it causes overhealing. When it heals, it has a 4% chance to increase the healing of your next Vivify by 50%. Enveloping Mist takes 2 seconds to cast, costs 6% of your mana, and still heals over 6 seconds. It'll also increase healing received from all of your other spells on the target by 30% while active. Thunder Focus T has been adjusted. It'll still empower your next spell, but it has more potential effects. It can let Renewing Mist not trigger a cooldown, buff the next Effuse by 100%, make Enveloping Mist instant, channel Essence Font while moving, or make Vivify cost no mana. Fistweaving is gone, but we still have access to 4 abilities to do damage with. These are intended to do enough damage to let you quest and live your life in the world without a babysitter. Tiger Palm deals damage to one target. It has no cooldown and doesn't debuff anybody. This is your damage filler. Blackout Kick now deals damage to one target on a 3-second cooldown. Doesn't cleave, doesn't do healing, doesn't increase crit, just damage. Rising Sun Kick does damage to one target on an 8-second cooldown. It doesn't debuff anybody either, it's just smacking a dude with your foot. Spinning Crane Kick also doesn't heal and now just does damage within 8 yards. To make these slightly less mind-numbingly boring, they've given us a new DPS passive called Teaching of the Monastery. Tiger Palm increases the damage of your next Blackout Kick or Rising Sun Kick by 20%. Additionally, Blackout Kick has a 30% chance to reset the cooldown of your Rising Sun Kick. A solid chunk of our spellbook is being removed. Stance of the Spirited Crane and Stance of the Wise Serpent are both gone. You can stand however you want. Also being cut are Detonate Chi, Expel Harm, Jab, Legacy of the Emperor, Nimble Brew, Surging Mist, Uplift, the Tiger Strikes passive, and the Jade Mists passive. Fortifying Brew and Provoke will be for Brewmasters only. Spearhand Strike is Windwalkers and Brewmasters only. Touch of Death will be for Windwalkers only. Manatee and Summon Jade Serpent Statue have both been redesigned and moved to our talent tree. Quite a few talents didn't make the cut either. Momentum, Chi Wave, Zen Sphere, Power Strikes, Ascension, Chi Brew, Charging Oxwave, Invoke Zuin, Breath of the Serpent, Chi Explosion, and Pool of Mists are all being removed in Legion. To see what's filling in the gaps, let's take a look at the new talent tree. At level 15, we choose from Chi Burst, Zen Pulse, and Mistwalk. Chi Burst hasn't changed and should do good multi-target healing on a stacked up rate. Zen Pulse is an instant cast spell that triggers a Zen Pulse around an ally. Enemies within 8 yards will take damage, and the ally is healed for the amount of damage done. That's a good one to take for tank healing. Mistwalk instantly dashes you to an ally and heals them. It's got a 20-second cooldown and should see some use in PvP. At level 30, you pick from Chi Torpedo, Tiger's Lust, and Celerity. Chi Torpedo no longer does damage or healing, but increases your movement speed by 30% for 10 seconds just like Momentum used to. Tiger's Lust and Celerity haven't changed. At level 45, we see Life Cycles, Crane's Grace, and Soothing Elegance. Life Cycles causes your Enveloping Mist to reduce the mana cost of your next Vivify by 20% and vice versa. If you're having mana trouble, you'll want to try this out. Crane's Grace makes it so if a target with your Renewing Mist drops below 30% health, the Renewing Mist is consumed and they get an instant big heal. This sounds good for progression rating in particular. Soothing Elegance lets your Soothing Mist continue to channel while moving and do 30% increased healing. That sounds like the best option for throughput, especially in high movement fights. At level 60, we have Ring of Peace, Song of Chi-Ji, and Leg Sweep. Ring of Peace no longer incaps enemies, but will knock them out of the ring if they cast a harmful ability while inside it. Song of Chi-Ji conjures a cloud of hypnotic mist on a 30-second cooldown, which disorients enemies on contact. Leg Sweep hasn't changed and looks like the default choice on this tier. At level 75, we pick from Healing Elixirs, Diffuse Magic, and Dampen Harm. All of these talents are exactly the same as they were in Warlords. At level 90, we choose between Refreshing Jade Wind, Invoke Chi-Ji, the Red Crane, and Mist Wrap. Refreshing Jade Wind is a new version of Rushing Jade Wind and heals allies within 8 yards over 6 seconds. Unlike Rushing Jade Wind, it does not replace Spinning Crane Kick. Invoke Chi-Ji summons an effigy of the Red Crane for 45 seconds on a 3-minute cooldown. Chi-Ji will heal nearby allies with Crane Heal. Mist Wrap buffs your Enveloping Mist to last 2 seconds longer and increases the healing bonus it grants by 20%. Jade Wind should be good for stacked raids, Invoke Chi-Ji for fights with heavy damage phases, and Mist Wrap for everything else. At level 100, we pick between Mana Tea, Focused Thunder, and Summon Jade Serpent Statue. Mana Tea is now a 1.5 minute cooldown that reduces the mana cost of your spells by 50% for 10 seconds. Focused Thunder lets your Thunder Focus Tea empower your next 2 casts instead of just 1. Because of how many things Thunder Focus Tea can empower, this is a really flexible option. Summon Jade Serpent Statue will cast Soothing Mist on your target whenever you trigger Soothing Mist. For an artifact weapon, Mistweaver Monks will get Sheilun, Staff of the Mists. The Chi-Ji themed model on the right is my favorite. Once you have your staff, you'll unlock the following traits as you gain artifact power in Legion. Sheilun's gift draws from the mists within Sheilun to heal a friendly target on a 30-second cooldown. Shroud of Mist reduces your damage taken by 10%. Extended Healing increases the duration of your Renewing Mist by 6 seconds. Infusion of Life buffs the healing of Vivify by 10%. Blessings of Yu'lon summons the Spirit of Yu'lon whenever you cast Revival. Yu'lon will grant all allies healed by Revival an additional 30% of the amount healed over 6 seconds. Spirit Tether slows enemies within 8 yards of your Transcendent Spirit by 50%. Way of the Mistweaver increases the healing of Enveloping Mist by 10%. Protection of Xiaohao increases the absorption of Life Cocoon by 15%. Xiaohao's Mists of Wisdom gives your staff a chance to proc Mists of Wisdom whenever you cast Enveloping or Renewing Mist, healing a nearby ally every 2 seconds for 10 seconds. Coalescing Mists increases the healing of a fuse by 10%. Light on your Feet gives you 50% movement speed for 3 seconds after fully channeling Essence Font. Mists of Life causes your Life Cocoon to also apply Renewing and Enveloping Mist to the target. Celestial Breath heals all allies within 12 yards over 5 seconds whenever you activate Thunder Focus Tea. Harmony and Focus lets your Thunder Focus Tea empower 1 additional cast. Soothing Remedies buffs your Soothing Mist by 10%. Finally, Dancing Mists gives your Renewing Mist a 10% chance to immediately spread itself to another ally when it's applied. And that's what we know so far about Mistweaver Monks in Legion. They've been pretty drastically streamlined, but I'm cautiously looking forward to the changes. Keep an eye on my channel for a separate video detailing the PvP talent tree that Mistweavers will get in Legion. Let me know what you think of the monk changes and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!